Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to talk a little bit today, literally straight off the dome, literally top of my head, about an issue that I get messages about quite a bit, and I've had quite a bit recently. So, and it's got to do with motivation. And I've been getting a lot of messages because I'm just going to reel off my thoughts about this and what I think about motivation and goal setting and everything like that, because it comes down to mindset. And I'm not just talking about owning a business, I'm talking about everything in life. So I get a lot of questions here and there about, either students or followers. They get really stuck in terms of mindset, in terms of losing motivation, in terms of not knowing what to do, what next step to take. And a lot of it stems from insecurity about them not being able to do it, or them not believing in the process of what they're doing, or whatever it may be. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and my thoughts on it. And I'm going to preface this by saying we all have those days. Doesn't matter who you are, even Gary Vee, where he says he's grateful every day. Gratitude's another thing, another part of the equation. But anyone, it doesn't matter who you are in the world, you're always going to have times where you're not feeling the most motivated, where you are not sure if things are going to work, where you're not sure if you're on the right path, and even to the point where you don't even want to get up and do it, where you've been doing something for, let's just say you've been doing something for a month or so. You get up, you have no idea if you want to do it anymore. There's some things that went wrong, you're not sure if it's going to work, you're not sure if you're even on the right path and whatnot. So I'm going to speak a little bit about that. My first initial thought is, doesn't matter where you are in life, doesn't matter what age you are, doesn't matter doesn't matter who you are, male, female, whatever, whether you're a kid, you're an adult, you're always going to have down days. You're always going to have days where you are not motivated at all. And it's going to happen. That's just bound to happen. And if you remind yourself that it's normal for that stuff to happen, then that's one step closer to realizing that you're not immune from it, and you're going to have down days. Now, for myself, when I have down, oh my God, my eyes was not prepared for that sun. When I have my down days, or I like to call them down days, but it's not like I'm depressed or anything. It's like just days where I'm not as motivated, and I need to take that extra step. If I have days like that, I just ease off on myself. I don't judge myself. I don't think you're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anything done. Snap out of it. You'll be fine. If I have down days, if I have days where I'm not as motivated, I just chill out. I just think, okay, do what you can on that day, and just plan for the next day, or just plan out your day. Do something that's gonna make you happy. Maybe just chill out. Maybe it's okay to just chill out and have a day where you're just watching YouTube, playing games, whatever it may be. And don't judge yourself. That's the main thing. A lot of people out there, they judge themselves for, if they have an off day. This sun is really, it's really doing it to me. It's like right in that. Oh my God! It's like right between the visor and the steering wheel. Okay, we're good for now, I think. It's making my eyes water. You're gonna have those days, and you can't judge yourself for it. A lot of people, when they have down days, they start judging themselves for it and thinking that they're not getting anywhere, and that's the biggest mistake. No one's immune to it. So that's my first point about it: is don't judge yourself, and realize that these days are going to happen. And the opposite's going to happen. You're going to have days where you are so friggin' motivated that I have days where I'm so motivated, I'm like bouncing off the walls, and I feel like I can just do anything. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try this today, and it's going to work out, and I'm gonna, it's like I think of a new business venture. I'm like, I could start this today and make it a successful business. And that's just, days that you have. And then I have other days where I'm like, oh man, I don't even know if this is the right direction. I don't know if this and that. And it's not bad, you know. You just set yourself goals for that day, set yourself goals for tomorrow, and it blows over. That's the thing. And that's the next point that I'm going to go to. And again, I know this video is not so structured, but you know, this is just going off the top of my head with this kind of stuff. The next thing that's going to help you out is setting up your day, and working towards a goal. So the main thing here that I want to point out is working towards a goal. You need to set a goal. And I am going to reference this to one of my students that I had. I've had a few of them now, where they're in the process of launching their Amazon business or their Shopify business. They hit a bit of a road bump and things didn't go the way that they thought, and just takes an extra step, you know, towards their end goal, but they're sort of down on motivation. I always say to them, always recommend, okay, make sure that you're narrowing your sights down and make sure that you're working towards something. If you don't have anything that you're working towards, you're just moving around aimlessly. You have no idea where you're going. You're just kind of working towards nothing. It's like, how do you know what you want? You know, how do you know what you're working towards if you haven't set a clear goal or a set path, you know? And the way I do that is myself personally, I have a few main goals. I have big goals that I don't necessarily set time frames on. I just have big goals that I want to hit, big goals that I want to work towards. And the way that I get there is by little steps each day. And I might set something, so at the end of every night, I'll set up a calendar or a to-do list, whatever it is for the next day, and there's just little tasks that I need to get done. And that might not seem like much, but if you're doing little tasks every single day, say you set little tasks every single day for 30 days, a whole month. In that whole month, you look back at the start of that month and you would have accomplished so much, and you would look back and think, I've actually done quite a bit. Day to day, if you look at it in a span of a few days or a week or two, it's not going to seem like much at all. It's going to seem like my eyes are getting burned out of their sockets. It might seem not like much at all, and you know, it's a day by day thing. So my next point in this is make sure you're working towards something. Make sure you have a set clear path, and you have day to day mini tasks that you're doing. Let's just say you work a full-time job, but you want to start a side hustle. Let's say you have your own let's say you have your own cookie business. You know, you like making cookies. Your friends and family really like the cookies that you're making, you know. But you know, you work a full-time job. Your goal, let's just say, you know, you don't want to work a 9 to 5. You want to actually own your own cookie business, and you want to make that, you know, because you're really passionate about it. You want to make that your end goal, you know. So that's going to be your main goal, right? That's going to be the goal that you set for yourself. You say to yourself, okay, my big goal, the one that I'm aiming towards right now, is to transition from my 9 to 5 over to my cookie business. I want to run that full time, and I want to have my own business out of that. I want to be my own boss, kind of thing. Set that as your main goal. Then day to day, you can start reverse engineering, working backwards. You can say, okay, what's the step before that? Maybe it might be to go from full time at my 9 to 5 to part time or casual, and then I can work half and half. But before that, you got to think, okay, how am I going to get there? You know, I'm working full time. I have a limited time. So, say you do your 9 to 5. Let's just say you get there 8:30 in the morning, or whenever you finish. Get home by 6:30, whatever. If you go to the gym, get home. By the time you get home, it's 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock, and you're thinking, okay, I am so damn tired. I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax, eat some food, watch Netflix, YouTube, whatever. And I totally get that. But you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to say, okay, you got to choose one or the other. You can choose to relax and you know, just have your downtime, maybe get it done the next day, but you can't judge yourself for it. You got to think, okay, I've chosen this. I can't be angry for not having enough time. So if you choose the other, which is, all right, I can relax sometime on the weekend. I can relax this day that I've set out, whatever. You can have more of a relaxation time on the weekend or whenever your days off are that you're not working. You set that time, instead of watching YouTube and Netflix, you say to yourself, I'm gonna get 2 hours solid done of, okay, I'm creating a Facebook page for my cookie business, or I'm making recipe booklets, or I'm doing my website, whatever it is, and they're gonna be your day-to-day tasks. So that's you've got your big goal, and then you've got your mini tasks that you do every day, your day-to-day. And don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try and get a week's worth of stuff done in one day. Just keep it simple. Even if you're doing 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 3 small important things each day. Say it could be, I'm going to create a new logo for my brand. I'm gonna finish my Facebook page. I'm going to buy my website domain, for my cookie business. Really simple stuff, but you just do it step by step, and that's how you get further. That's how you get further towards that goal. And after 1-2 days, you'll think this is going to take a while, but if you're doing it each day and you're being consistent at it and you're disciplined at it, you look by the end of the month and you're like, holy, okay. By the end of the month, you'll say, I've got my website done, I've got my recipe books done, I've got my Facebook done, I've got everything ready. And then, let's just say you're even at the point you're like, hey, I've even got like a client for my business, and they're already starting to buy cookies, and I'm starting to make money off this. And it's slowly, step by step, you'll be able to get there. So that's my other point with this, is make sure you're setting goals. Have a few big goals at the at the top of what you want to achieve, and then do the small day-to-day stuff. And really, I'm talking about all this goal setting is because you're aiming towards, you're working towards something. You're not just working aimlessly. Same thing happens with me. I always need to make sure that I'm disciplined. If I start to trail off the path and I don't set myself goals and even mini goals each day, I'll just work, and I'll realize after a little while that I'm not getting as much done because I don't know what I'm working towards. So then I recalibrate myself and I think, okay, what's my end goal here? Well, not even end goal. What's one of my big goals right now? Work towards that. Okay, how am I going to get there? Small steps each day. I know what I'm working towards. I'm motivated now, more motivated than what I was, because I know what I'm working towards. And then lastly as well, this is going to be pretty self-explanatory. Just a little side note here before I finish up on this video. I don't want to ramble on too much. But lastly, make sure that you are doing everything you can to work on something that you thoroughly enjoy, that you love doing, that you get joy out of. Because I know for me, with my businesses, okay, I'm doing e-commerce, okay? I started Amazon FBA, I have started Shopify, I've had success in that. Now, I could choose to not make a course, or I've got both the FBA and the dropshipping course now. I could choose to not make any courses and just continue to grow. But I had to step back and think, what would I really like to do? And for me, I love talking to people. I love getting involved, and I love helping people and teaching people, things that can help them. And that's why that was sort of the start, the little seed planted, that the reason why I made the Aussie only FBA course, or the Aussie focused FBA course, and now the dropshipping course. Because as much as I enjoy building e-commerce brands and FBA businesses and whatnot, getting my own products in, I enjoy so much more helping people and helping them grow their own businesses. And it does suck in a sense, because the whole course business, the whole sort of area around that, a lot of people give bad names for it, because it's a lot of them are considered scams, a lot of them considered con artists and things like that. But at the end of the day, that's not what's worried me. At the end of the day, the bad people will get weeded out, and the good people will still be there. So I'm doing my best in that regard. But the reason I'm doing it for me is because I thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy getting to know people. I thoroughly enjoy talking to them online, giving them help. If I give them some help, and then they, you know, they take my advice on board, ends up working for them, then they're a step closer to what they want to do, to what their goals are. That to me is priceless, and that's why I do it. You know, that's why I'm making a personal brand on YouTube as well. That's why I do all this, because I enjoy it. I enjoy growing a personal brand. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy getting to, you know, starting to grow a following, and it's one of my favorite things. So just make sure, and you know, my whole point in talking about this is just make sure that you do something you love, because if there's a problem, or if you get stuck, if things start getting hard, it's so much easier to crawl out of. I remember when I was having problems at my old retail job, it was so much harder to crawl out of. It was so much harder to deal with, because I was questioning whether I even wanted to be there, whether I even wanted to do this job. It was really hard to get out. When I have hard times in any of my e-commerce businesses, the education business, it's easier, because I think to myself, I really enjoy doing this, and it's not going to be all, you know, all fluffy kind of, you know, flowers and all bright white fluffy clouds and whatnot, and it's just going to be really, really easy all the time. It's not like that at all. But because I love doing it, and you know, it puts a smile on my face when I think about it, that's makes it so much easier. So I think that was about 3 points that I went to. I'm going to leave this video here, because I don't want to keep rambling on. But if you stayed to the end of this video, I hope you got something out of it, and I hope it sort of steers you in the right direction. I'll probably make this into a podcast, because I haven't done a podcast in a while. I need to restart that. You'll probably actually be hearing this if you're on the podcast. Hello as well. But I really need to get this in audio form too. So thanks for sticking around, if you stuck around and listened to me ramble for this video. But if you have any questions, or you're stuck, need some help with motivation and whatnot, just I'm a pretty positive dude, so just reach out, message me, or comment on this video. I'm more than happy to help. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to leave it there today, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next one.